Hi, I'm live with my co-host. Awesome.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Oh, we're like getting into it. Like there's no
We are not messing around today.
we're not messing. Well, it is the 3-point power profile. So maybe that's why.
The second most exciting conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So there's no hesitation here. We're just
No.
all right. Well, I like it. You know, whatever floats your boat, Ronan.
No, you know what? As the director of the show and the producer, I screw up sometimes.
It's all good. Okay. Well, I'll let you then talk about what we're going to, or introduce what we're talking about today.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is the 3-point power profile. And if we are live, so if you have any questions down below, comments, yeah, buts, how abouts, what ifs, and pay attention because this is going to really affect your profile in a way that you have like no idea. So I'm going to leave it up to Brian to do his thing, trainer master, and I'm going to I'm going to go backstage into the green room.
Thank you. All right. All right. So the 3-point power profile. Yesterday we talked about the market to message match. And that's the beginning because that's going to help set the table for how you want your profile to speak to your target market, your target audience. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 most important and most relevant parts of your profile. I might even throw in a 4th bonus, which I have not done before on this call. So if you stick around for the next 15 minutes and comment and ask questions, I'll be encouraged to do that. Anyway, let's go to my screen and I will show you visually what I'm talking about. That's my cue to my co-host, my screen. Oh, no, he doesn't have my screen. I've got my screen. It's on me. Hold on. Let me share that. And I'm hoping, whoops, that's not what I want to show. I'm hoping that you're looking at the words LinkedIn profile.
We are.
Okay, great. So the first part is your profile photo. And I know this seems very basic and very rudimentary. We all hopefully have a profile photo. There's just some key things that we keep seeing over and over again that are not what you're looking for. And I'm not saying you have made these mistakes, but just in case, I'm going to give you 4 points right now that you can kind of grade your profile photo against. Number 1, is it professional? That's number 1. If you are able or can have a professional make your social media, headshot, they know what they're doing. They'll make a great photo for you. And 99 times out of 100, whatever they make is going to be exactly what you want. If you have made your own photo or you have someone else that's not a professional making your photo, here are the points I want you to make sure are included. Number 1, a non-distracting background. We see over and over again backgrounds that are so distracting, things like bookcases, things like other people, things like landscape sceneries and plants and flowers and just distracting things. So plain is best. A dark, gray like Ronan has here in his profile. Plain white can work. It really is whatever best suits you and your complexion. Like I said, a professional will know what to do. Number 2 is close up tight on your face and well lit while we're at it. A lot of times these profile photos, they show up really, really tiny and we want to see you. That's the whole point of the profile photo. So make sure that it's nice and tight, no full body shots, from head to toe. That's not what we're looking for here. And then the 3rd is make sure that your expression is inviting, right? You're here to meet people. You're here to connect with people. You want to look like someone they want to connect with. So, and I'll add to that, try to add a little personality, whatever your particular personality is when someone either gets on the phone with you or meets you in person. It's nice to be able to show that off in your profile photo so that there's no disconnect at that time where you engage with somebody off of social media in the real life. So you can see that Ronan's got this nice subtle smile on his face. It suits him very, very well if you were to know him. Moving on to the next part of the the 3-point power profile is your headline. We went into this conversation relatively deep yesterday. we really can't stress the importance of a powerful, perfectly matched headline to your market. Here's an example from one of our clients, Joe Kennemore. One of his businesses is a large video and event production company. And I'll read his headline here. It says, stress-free live events and video production for the most prestigious technology companies in the world. You know right away what he does, you know right away who he does it for, and you also know right away the problem that he is solving for his ideal client, which is to eliminate stress. Live events are stressful. For those of you that have ever put one on before, even simple parties can be stressful to put together. So you can imagine what it's like putting on an event with 5,000 people. And so he removes that stress by taking over all that work. And so this headline appears in dozens of modalities throughout, especially LinkedIn. Anytime you make a connection request, those people you're attempting to connect with see your headline. So they immediately either know that you are a good fit for them or not. That's why we put so much emphasis on it. Anytime you post anything on LinkedIn, comment on anything on LinkedIn, respond to a message, create a message, or if someone is just simply viewing your profile, or if you're coming up in LinkedIn search results. It just shows up everywhere. And it's really the very first thing that someone will kind of judge whether or not they should be connecting with you. So, or responding to you. So that's why it's so valuable and why it's part of the 3-point power profile. And the final part of that is your cover image. And your cover image is that large, graphic above your or right around your profile photo. These appear across almost all social media platforms. And so you want to have a custom one. We use a tool primarily to make these called Canva, Canva.com. You can get a free account to that and create your own. A couple of tips on what to put in there. And what not to put in there. Don't overdo it with text, okay? Use your headline for the copy. You could put a few words in there, but think billboard, like on the freeway, that people are just going to fly by and they're not necessarily going to read it unless it's just like 3 or 4 words. So you can get away with a few words in your cover image if you do it strategically well. What I recommend is putting an image in there of something that you want to promote or be known for. So in this particular case on mine, I am looking to get more speaking engagements and training engagements with corporations and businesses. And so I have a photograph of me, in fact, facilitating one of those. So people get right away, I'm a speaker. And then the other part of my image is just something that is attractive to me and it suits my personality. I like climbing mountains and things like that. So it's got some kind of victory shot. So you don't have to get crazy with it and make it too cluttered. Just make it simple and make it have a point, I guess. And that's kind of, it for the 3-point power profile. I've gone a little bit fast here. Let me see. Yeah. So only 8 minutes. So with that, I think I'm going to give you a bonus today. And the bonus is going to be, and this is in particular for LinkedIn, is your about section. Your about section is something that is not automatically activated. So you need to activate this. And I will make one plug, if you will, for an event that we're going to be doing soon. If you care to go much deeper than this, we are taking reservations, if you will, for the waiting list for our next Guaranteed Sales Appointments live event, which we will be doing both as a live stream and here in person in Las Vegas. We haven't set the date yet, but if you want information about when we do that, it'll be within the next few weeks. Simply go to, I think it's guaranteedappointmentslive.com, whatever link Ronan's putting up here in the on the screen, and you can just fill out that form, and you'll get added to our database for the waiting list for that event, where we go into our entire process of how we generate guaranteed appointments for ourselves and our clients. All right, getting back to this. So your about section on LinkedIn, one of the cool things about the about section is on most devices and computer screens, it shows up above the fold so people can see it, at least the very beginning of it right away. And I have a big red arrow here pointing to mine. A tip on the about section: make sure the first 2 sentences, the 2 lines of it, are going to be impactful and meaningful for the people who are going to be looking at your profile. I like to choose to put a testimonial, as you can see here, from one of my ideal clients. In this case, Jack Cohen is a partner in a CPA firm that we do business with. That's how I like to start my about section. That's what I believe other people want to hear and see, is what do others say about me, not so much what I say about myself. And that's an opportunity for you to do that. And then you have a lot of space in here. You can put other content. Avoid the temptation of writing your resume there. We see that a lot. And candidly, you don't need it. Your LinkedIn profile by itself kind of satisfies the resume side of things. So don't go into like the work that you've done and the job history and things like that. It's already part of your profile. One of the things that we like to see is possibly a story about how you got started in whatever business that you were in, or possibly even go deeper with a client case study story that might relate well to your ideal client. And that's something you can also do inside of your about section. So that's pretty much all I have today. So we did the 3-point power profile plus a 4th bonus. I'm going to come back here to full screen somewhere. There we are. And kind of wrap this up and bring Ronan, my co-host, back onto the platform and see if you have any closing remarks or additional things to add here.
Well, the only thing I would say is that, sometimes these things seem like they're minor. But if you look at a profile of someone who hasn't done it, you could tell the difference. And it says something to the people that are coming to your profile. When you don't have a banner image up at the top, or your headshot looks like you got cropped out of your vacation photo, it kind of just says something about you. It's sort of like wearing a cheap suit. And, you wouldn't want to do that when you go to a business meeting. You want to look well put together. Not like anybody really recognizes what it is. They just look at it and go, yeah, that looks pretty well put together. It's sort of on a subconscious level. So, taking these small steps to do that, which is really easy, goes a long way towards elevating your LinkedIn profile.
Definitely. And just one last mention here. If you want to get on our waiting list for our next live event, where we will unpack our entire process for how we generate guaranteed appointments for ourselves and clients, just fill out the form at guaranteedappointmentslive.com, and we will be sure to send that information out to you. We're looking at doing it the first part of July.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent. It's going to be fabulous.
It will be. It will be.
All right. Well, so tomorrow we're going to talk about messaging. And now that you've got your profile set up more or less, what do you do with it? And it is a process of messaging and getting out there and reaching out to people and building relationship.
Absolutely. Love it.
All right.
All right. We'll go out there and have an amazing Tuesday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.